Digital Computer Fundamentals, Chapter 6, Peripherals and Memory. Okay, today's topic is Random Access Memory. As we know, there are two types of memory in the computer. One is the primary memory and another one is the secondary memory. In the primary memory, one of the type of memory is random access memory. Okay, random access memory is very much essential for the computer. Okay, because it is the memory which actually provides the data to the computer. Why does random access memory only is capable of providing memory to the computer? Because it is capable of coping up with the speed of the computer. As you know, the CPU is very fast. It is capable of executing millions of instructions per second. Okay, so the data has to be provided to the computer in the speed of the CPU. So only random access memory is capable of providing the data to the computer at the speed. If you take secondary memory, for example hard disk memory, if you store some data, if you want the secondary memory to supply data to the CPU, it will take days together to supply one small amount of data. Comparatively, the random access memory is capable of providing the data to the computer CPU within fractions of second. That is why random access memory is very important. We can imagine random access memory as a plain board. Okay, so whatever data is to be stored can be written on the board. If you save the data, only then it will be stored into the secondary memory. Otherwise, it is rubbed off, it is lost, the data will be lost. That is why it is called as random access. Okay, so here the random access is also called as volatile memory. Why it is called as volatile memory? Means it depends upon the power supply. Until there is power supply, the random access memory can hold the data. As soon as power supply is lost, the data is also lost. Okay, so we can further classify random access memory into static RAM and dynamic RAM. We will see them one by one, static RAM and dynamic RAM. Okay, first of all we will consider static RAM. Okay, a static RAM is a RAM which is capable of retaining the state of the RAM until power supply is present. Okay, so basically what are static RAM made up of? Static RAM is made up of flip-flops. As you know, a flip-flop is a small electronic circuit. A flip-flop can either hold a 0 or 1. Okay, in a flip-flop, if you want to store 1, okay, you can add some charge into it. Okay, so if you want to store 0, you can remove the charge. If the flip-flop is empty, it is known to be hold, it is said to be hold is 0. Okay, so when compared to static RAM, opposite is dynamic RAM. Okay, so dynamic RAM is made up of charged capacitor. Okay, so since dynamic RAM is made up of a capacitor, it needs to be periodically refreshed. We will come to dynamic RAM later. Okay, now a static RAM is made up of flip-flop. It is capable of storing any one bit of data, binary data. So as you know, binary data consists of two digits, 1 and 0. It can store either a 1 or 0. So what are the advantages of dynamic RAM? Means it is faster than dynamic RAM. When we compare the speeds of static RAM and dynamic RAM, we can say that the static RAM is more faster. Okay, and second advantage is that it need not be periodically refreshed. When you compare a static dynamic RAM with static RAM, dynamic RAM needs to be always continuously refreshed every 1 second, okay, and millisecond. Okay, so but here static RAM, once you put the charge, it will stay constant. No need for refreshing. That is the advantage of static RAM. Okay, so what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages is the static RAM has low density and occupies more space. That means for one bit of data to be stored, more space is required in static RAM. Okay, so when compared power consumption is relative. When compared to DRAM, the static RAM consumes more power. Okay, so it is more expensive. The cost is little bit more when compared to dynamic memory. So what are the applications? The static RAM is used in microprocessors. So microprocessor, it is it is used in all the types of devices. It is very much essential device for electronics. It is used in digital storage oscilloscopes to store the current values. It is used in logic analyzers to get the output, whether a data is greater than other data or lesser than other data, or equal to other data. So to analyze the data quantity, logic analyzers are used. That is about static RAM. The static RAM is a RAM which is dependent upon power supply, and it is made up of flip-flops. It can store 1 bit of data. Okay, that is about static RAM. Then we'll move on to the dynamic RAM. So the dynamic RAM, as I told you previously also, it is made up of a capacitor. A capacitor is a electric circuit where it can store 1 bit of data, but the capacitor characteristic is that it constantly gets charged and discharged, charged and discharged, charged and discharged. Okay, so whatever information we store in a capacitor stays only for a small period of time. Okay, so that particular capacitor needs to be rewritten again and again and again, many times in a second. Okay, therefore that is the characteristics of dynamic RAM. So when we compare the merits and demerits, what are the advantages of the dynamic RAM? So when compared to static RAM, it can hold large amount of data in less space. Compared to static RAM needs more space. Dynamic RAM needs very less space. In very less space, it can hold large amount of data. So 1 bit of memory, to store 1 bit of memory, what is the cost of money spent? That is less in case of dynamic RAM. Okay, the power supply consumption when compared to static RAM is less in case of dynamic RAM. Okay, it requires smaller and less expensive power supplies. Okay, then we come to the demerits. What are the disadvantages? Okay, so as I told again I'm telling, the refreshing is continuously required in case of the dynamic RAM. Okay, so if you want to refresh it, we have to provide additional hardware. A refreshing system should be set up. For that, it requires again extra cost. Okay, so when compared to static RAM, dynamic RAM speed of operation, complete system operation speed is less. Okay, so where do we use this dynamic RAM? Dynamic RAM is used where the RAM size is okay. So where ancient computers where 8 KB RAM was required, there we can use dynamic RAM. Even now in advanced systems also dynamic RAM is used. The main memory of personal computers also require dynamic RAM. Okay, so that is the complete characteristics of RAM. As you know, RAM is a main important primary memory. Okay, the main characteristics is its speed. It can cope up with the speed of the CPU. Okay, so those are some important points about RAM. Okay.